Yo boys, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing the good old fast solo shuffle yet again. I ended up queuing. I did one queue before. I went 2-4. I lost 35 points or 30 something points, but so I had to gain what I lost. Usually my thing is I'll queue two solo shuffles. If I do good, I'll do good. I'll do two. If I gain rating, great. But if I lose, I have to get back to what I have to, gain what I lost and then log off. Like no more queues. It's been pretty bad. Like it's been very hard to win these. Now I trinket the in cap because we really need an opener. Your opener is one of your main things. Um, Without a good opener and solo shuffle on every CD that we have, so we get his trinket. This guy keeps sheeping the DPS for some reason as a frost mage. So I bomb the hunter here. Do you think we okay? So we get dome. So I'm getting by myself. I've gotten almost every CD with the mage just casually AOEing. So that's nice. I Kenny here. I cheap shot for him. He could sheep. Let's see. Yep, he sheeps. And he breaks it anyway, so no point of sheeping. That's like the worst thing is playing with a mage that like AoEs that like super hardcore and doesn't know how to like placement. But yeah, these games are they're not easy. Like even you'll see that I do the most CC that I can possibly do, and there's just some games I just wish that I queued at the start of the season. That way I was guaranteed players that like, you know, at least if I do a mistake one time, I don't instantly lose the second I do that mistake. Because I have somebody on my team that can end up doing an outplay instead of me just doing everything. But that's just kind of not this rating anymore. This is the bracket where people are hard stuck, but they play all day. Like 2200 is that bracket. It's like nobody actually really good is playing at this bracket. Like if you're playing a lot and you're actually good, you're not going to be at 2200. It's not going to happen. Like obviously if it's an all or something, but if you're on your main or you're healing, that's you know what I'm trying to say. So this guy just doesn't want to click bubble and he tried to be greedy on blades, I guess, and he got taken out. However, had he bubbled, they all would have won the game. I was not, no way I was winning with that mage. Now the thing is, I even tell myself this: you cannot beat a wrestler druid or a mage unless you never can go mage unless you have a caster with you, like a BM hunter or an Ellie or world. You have to have some type of caster because then he's just gonna blink, 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 alter back, blink, frost nova, blink, 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 two blocks, an alter time. You just have to go through too much stuff. By the time you get all of his stuff, he's never gonna die. So you have to either here we have to go hunter or we have to go druid. That's like the mistake that we always make. You cannot go mage without like two melees just cannot go mage. It just doesn't work out. They're just too strong. And my priest has like the worst positioning I've ever seen. Like for some reason, um, you know, I don't know what happened there. It looked like I shadowy doled and it bugged and didn't even show it, but yeah, for some reason this priest has a bad habit of literally sitting in the middle. Look where he's at. So he's sitting on top of us, which is the worst place he can possibly be. He should always be by a pillar. Honestly, we don't even need his fear at this point. I have Kinney and I have Gouge. That's all we need. And then we have we have blind. The ret has blind, so we literally don't need the priest to CC at all. We literally need him to just dampen out, and somehow we just kill them through damp. Because there's no way we kill this mage without dampening. And there's no way we kill anything versus the Wrestler Druid unless we go the Wrestler Druid, but you can't really go Wrestler Druids without having people that are used to doing that. Like if I were to go Wrestler Druid, I guarantee this rat would not go Wrestler Druid with me. And then it would just be a waste. By the time, we waste that whole DR, it's pointless. So here we get a full fear. I'm gonna use my racial and then I'm gonna sap him. Because I know he's gonna be out of combat. So full sapped. So in the same sap, but of course, he has blink every single stun. That's why I'm saying you don't really want to go mage. I mean, you still go mage to, hit him, but this hunter ends up just turtling. Very nice. So my ret has PI. That's my blades. We got turtle out of it. My guy hodges the healer. Perfect. I use my sepsis just to keep on damage. And it looks like our go is pretty much over. I can basically gouge him here. I Kenny the mage. That's the thing. Kenning the mage is useless. So here I blind here. I can't sap off of it, but I'm going to be able to Kenny it off of it soon. Or cheap off of it. We'll see what happens. This game's looking not good either. We have the damage, but we're not looking. I Shadow Needle defensively to stop his ring. He Frost Bombs me. Let's see what happens here. Maybe yep, I cloak the Frost Bomb so it doesn't hit me for 500k. I gouge here. We get a Kidney Bomb, really good Kidney Bomb, and I think we win off this. So insane mind control right there, and that ends up getting us perfectly. And then he knocks both of us over the ring, so it doesn't even hit us. So that's good. And the funny thing is, if I go 4-2, I gain 30 points, but if I go 2-4, I lose 33 points. You're actually almost losing. This should never be a thing. If you go 4-2, you should always be gaining more than what you would lose. That way, you're not messing up or you're not getting griefed or something and you're losing all the rating that you spent 30 minutes in a queue trying to get. Like, that's the thing. I don't know how you can expect somebody. Like, imagine, like, somebody trying to go 4-2 that's a casual player that has barely any XP. It's not possible. It would not be current no matter what class he's playing. Even if he's playing DH or sub or like Ret one shot season 1, no matter what, he would still go negative because you still have to have some type of awareness. Without awareness, you're going to die in the opener 90% of the time because you're just going to bubble air and you're just going to die. So, like, they have to have honestly, I just think 3-3 should just give 10 points or just change the MMR back to Season 1. I almost ended up getting one-shotted here, so that's questionable. And as you can see, I'm feigning a lot of this, like, off CD. Pretty much every time they're focusing me, I'll feint. Because I'm getting that I'm always running, I never run Disarm, really, because of that damage reduction, and I need the blades. The only reason I'm even viable is because of my guy almost ends up actually getting 60-0 there. But having blades up in a short amount of time is really, it's a solo shuffle. So disarming would be nice, but honestly, it's just like blades is, I just don't like it. I like having feint, I like having a perma wall. I mean, it's 10%, it's not crazy, especially for Rogue, and Rogue takes on any little damage, but it is pretty good amount. And I'm trying to see what else I can do differently because I just don't understand. Like I can only imagine how some of these people, like the people that are 2400 right now, I guarantee they play this game easily 8 to 15 hours a day. There's no way, because I've queued and I'm playing pretty solidly, and I'm telling you, it's like I get griefed every other game. Like every other game, it's either the hunter doesn't turtle, he doesn't click any CDs, we click every CD in the opener. It's like there's always something that it's super, annoying. Or it's just like, I face this comp, so I instantly lose. It's like just the most annoying. It's the reason I don't really keep solo shuffle, other than they like, if cat's offline, it's like 5 a.m. As you can see, it's 5 a.m. during this queue. That's literally the only time I'll queue. So here we end up double kicking here. I get rooted. I try to kidney him. He full traps. I'm not even gonna bother killing the root because I need the Shadow Dance proc for when I do damage. That's how valuable a Shadow Dance is. If I use Shadow Dance and waste that 2 seconds killing that root, that's already half of my Shadow Dance. And as you can see, the next Shadow Dance I have is gonna be in 30 seconds. So I'm gonna probably use blades to literally farm back my blades, or just my Shadow Dance, because at this point I need a Shadow Dance to win the game. So instead of cheap blinding him, I know I don't have my racial and I don't have Shadow Dance. So I could have honestly just saved blind and waited, and that probably would. So look at this. So I go around the corner and I have my racial up in 2 seconds. So I'm lining, I racial, I juke the mage. Oh my! At 1% HP, the one time they should have auto won right there, I instantaneously outplay them to the fullest extent of the PvP ratio, and I end up almost still dying. Thankfully, we barely killed him. Barely. Insanely close game. And this game was looking really good. And I even say, I am a god. I am a godlike figure right there. If I'm getting away at 1% HP, juking this guy around the corner, dodging and weaving, out of like 12 seconds worth of CC on my druid, and I'm still out here surviving, we out here. But I'm trying to think of what I can do better. I mean, I really don't think I can do, like, maybe I can, like, set up my blind sabs more better, I guess, but, like, otherwise, I'm pretty much doing all the stuff that a rogue needs to do. Other than going mage. This was, like, the worst thing that we could have done. It's ever going a mage. I think going mage, I don't think mage died one time in this lobby. It's not possible to kill him. And then I full burst on Actually, we get PS from it anyway, so it was actually good. So we get alter time, we get PS. So here, okay, so yeah, one thing I can do is just never go mage. I just gotta like keep that up. Only go mage unless you have a hunter or a caster with you. That way, the mage, because mages take a lot of damage, you just have to always be hitting them. So unless you have like a DK, a LE, like some type of somebody has to be always hitting him 24/7. Otherwise, you're just, I mean, and there's no point even stunning a mage anyway. So I bomb my guy, he ends up bubbling on top of it, even though I bombed the mage, but since he has blink, it's kind of useless. So here I gouge. I have to vanish to reset and dance again. Like I said, we just never have dance charges. The one thing that we need to actually do anything in the game. That's mainly a lot of the reasons that I wait. I have to wait 12 seconds off my DR just to be able to stun. Honestly, I wish it would take some. They should just take it back to how it was, nerf the damage, and give me Shadow Dance. I don't even care about doing like unhealable damage anymore. Like I just want to be just. Honestly, I don't play sub in arena, so like, I don't really play Rogue in Arena unless I'm playing threes, and at that point, I'm still a stun bot. So it's kind of irrelevant to me at this point, because I don't play, we don't really play Priest Rogue, because it's, because BM Druid just auto beats everything. Or honestly, Druid anything beats everything. So we don't even bother with twos. Actually, I do heal a cat or help her with the DPS and stuff like that, but otherwise, I don't really care. So here we do an insane swap to the Hunter here, and I think at Shadowy Dome, he has Turtle, ladies and gentlemen. He had one global right here. So had he been spamming it, he would have actually turtled at literally 1%. So thankfully he didn't have a fast reaction time. I actually have done this to this guy twice. He was in I don't know if he was in my other video, but I faced this guy plenty of times. This guy has like 1,600 games at like 2,100 or 2,150. It's incredible. Like, no, actually, yeah, he literally has like 15, 2,000 games. I don't know how you have that much games in Solo Shuffle in 1 month worth of a season. He must be logged on every single day of his life, 24/7. But, yeah, we end up taking him out. And this is where it kind of goes south. The problem is, I haven't won with his mage one time. When he's on my team, I feel like we just don't do any damage to anybody. Like, when he's on the other team, I end up getting one tap. Like here, this guy is literally 100%, or he's 80%. I end up trinketing. I shadowy duel. You'd think I would get turtle here, but I actually don't. I get everything but turtle. We swapped to the druid. Had my mage swap to the druid with me? How did he get it? Oh, no, okay. He sanked my stone, it looks like. I swapped. So, look, I'm doing the best swaps I can do. I literally get the red's trinket, the hunter's trinket. Now I just need to get the druid's trinket. My guy is already having to block because he doesn't know how to alter time, like usual. And then we also have double PS. We literally have every CD. This guy trinkets. And as you can see, look at my priest position right now. He's literally on top of us. Versus the rest of the druid. They literally can spam cyclone him in the middle. Like, it's like the worst thing you can do. And then he's going to push for a DR Fear. Which ended up being semi-okay, I guess. I still would have rather him. Honestly, if he just played PvE, I mean, we probably would have done. We might have even won, honestly. But this mage is actually doing a lot of damage. The problem with this mage is he's doing a lot of damage off goes. Like, he's not doing it on the goes that I need him to do it. Like, he's just doing he's PvEing pretty much. He's not like doing setups. And that's what we need. With RMP, we need setups to win, even if it's a frost. If we don't get, I tell him to get out of mid because he's literally standing out in the open still. Now he finally goes to a pillar after the entire game. He finally sits on a pillar. Isn't that crazy? But my dogs end up snoring in the background. I know you can even hear it, but I just had to make that forward here. So this guy feigned us. At this point, we're kind of in a bad spot. I ain't gonna lie. We have no blocks left. We have dome. We have swamp. That's it. I mean, it's pretty much GG at this point. We haven't gotten bubble. They have literally trinkets coming back up. We really need a swap to the druid, to be honest. But yeah, honestly, yeah, we really needed to swap druid, I think. Even though I don't think the mage would even saw it anyway, so it didn't really matter. Here I try to sap off this. So I just end up DR gouging. Yeah, no, he dies. So yeah, nothing I can do about it. And again, I think we just have to go druid more, to be honest. So I tell him you cannot sit in the middle, and he needs to, yeah, I'm giving free advice out here. A priest should never in any lifetime be on top of their DPS. Unless the everyone's already CC'd. Let's say the druid's kidneyed or something, and this guy wants to run out, sure. But then the moment this guy's out of CC, he needs to be gone. If he's just sitting in middle, you know how much CC you're gonna sit in middle as a priest? You're gonna get stunned, trapped, sheeped. Like you're gonna sit literally the most unhealed, especially if there's a wrestle druid where clone doesn't DR with anything but my blind, or like DB, or like the red blind obviously. But there's so much other stuff that don't DR with it to where like you're literally gonna be sitting CC for at least 15 seconds every DR that you're out there. And this guy's just 100% on every CD. Look at Trench just topping this guy off, and it's all Light Bloom just healing away. They don't have to play the game. So here I stun. He ends up trapping the Trent. Actually, no, he traps the Druid, but it ends up breaking. So that's nice. So my full blind was pretty much useless. He ends up getting pre-call here. I end up fading, so this is 10% damage reduct. At this point, our pre-cloak is one shot. So no wonder this guy is playing how he is. He's running some, jank one-shot build. Now it makes sense now. But yeah, we ended up going forward too. I only gained like 35 rating, and I was like, all right, well, time to log off, bro. I can't do it. If I'm losing, like if I'm getting griefed every other game, it's like it's either I have a really good night or I just get griefed every other game. And I mean griefed as in somebody who doesn't click CDs or literally trolls on purpose, like literally AFKs or something like that. And it happens frequently. I think it happens to everybody frequently. At least once every 3 games, you get griefed 100%, or somebody leaves, or AFKs, or just gets mad and quits. There's all 1 in 3 games. That's pretty crazy when you think about it, especially at high rated. Or honestly, I wouldn't even say 2200 is high rated anymore. Especially when you can play like a literally any class and just as long as you're just playing 12 hours a day, you're pretty much good to go. Because solo shuffle is based off of time, not skill. But like I said, if I played all day like I used to, I'd be good to go. But hopefully you guys did enjoy.